I am 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗧 and I am here at the 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗖𝗨𝗠 Stadium today, home of Chester FC, for 𝗂𝗏𝗏 to give an exclusive documentary on what a typical match day is like for Chester FC women, because today they take on 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏 in the Cheshire Senior Cup quarter-final. 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗏 would like to thank Chester Football Club for giving us exclusive behind-the-scenes access, because we will be filming interviews with managers and also volunteers to see what they do on a typical match day. So we hope you enjoy the insight on the documentary. It has been a very special season for Chester FC women, as they are permanently playing their home games at the 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗖𝗨𝗠 Stadium, home of Chester FC, for the first time since they were formed in 2016. The women previously played at the University of Chester's Kingsway campus, Chester Racecourse, 𝗖𝗵𝗲𝗄𝗧𝗏 Sports Village, Helsby Community Sports Hub, and also the King George V Sports Hub. However, they can now call the 5,400 capacity 𝗂𝗲𝗓 Stadium their new home.
Look at the gap, look at the gap, look at the gap!
At 12 o'clock, manager 𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗀𝗡 arrives, who tells me his typical matchday routine.
We go for a little bit of breakfast, just down the road, sort out my match day, sort of key points, anything I want them to get out, any key sort of elements I want them to focus on throughout the game, in possession, out of possession, set pieces, transitional moments, all that kind of stuff. And then I look to get to the stadium for around 12 o'clock. Obviously just give the changing rooms a once over, make sure everything's set up ready for the players when they come here. We make sure we've got the camera over across the other side of the pitch to record our games for a little bit of analysis afterwards. And then yeah, we just look to get everything set up. From there, the players will arrive at about 12:30. We'd look to sort out conversations with the players from then, really, any individual points that I want them to bring out in the game, or any particular reasons why they're not starting, why they are starting, what I want to see from them throughout the game. And then yeah, we look to sort of progress from there. At 1:45, we normally get the mascots in. So the mascots come in to changing rooms, meet the players, which is a great thing for them to be able to see it firsthand. We want to inspire them and make sure that they want to play for Chester in the future. So yeah, the players are great with them. They come in, you know, they offer them a few of the changing room suites and things like that. And yeah, they come in, ask questions, you know, get involved with the players. You know, there's music going and things like that. So it's a nice atmosphere for them. They have a picture, and then they come out, wait on the pitch for the players to come out and do their warm up. So from then, we'd look to start with a little bit of cardio, you know, initial pulse raiser, a little bit of stretching. Then we go into possession and some functional based stuff as well. Then about 1:45, we'd look to go back into the change rooms, obviously get match day shirts on, get prepared for the game, and it'll just be any sort of final reminders from me that, you know, I want them to come out. You know, obviously that'll be my more motivational speech rather than any technical points at that point. But yeah, we'd look to obviously go over them and just some final reminders before they walk out onto the pitch ready for kick-off.
Hello, you're on camera. Around 12:30, the players and coaches begin to arrive, who take in the surroundings and settle in the changing rooms for a pre-match chat. Chester FC women sold over 100 season tickets in pre-season and have recorded a fair few attendances of over 3 figures. The side are also doing well on the pitch, having won 11 out of their previous 12 league matches. So has Martin got any lucky match day superstitions?
I like a good bowler hat. I've got a lucky watch that I put on. Like I say, it's just more about timings for me as well. I always try and stick to them. I like to speak to Steve on the car park, making sure he's well and things like that, and just having chats with people and making sure that, you know, it's a nice atmosphere when people come here. They want to come back, and that's a big part for me and what I do. I'll never walk over the Chester badge as you come out of the tunnel. I make sure I walk around that. Yeah, and it's just little things like that really for me.
At 1:15, the players begin to warm up on the hallowed 𝗂𝗲𝗓 turf. Then, at 1:30, the turnstiles begin to open up to allow Chester fanatics to take their seats in plenty of time ahead of kick-off.
Oh, no worries. Thank you. There you go, you go in.
𝗗𝗢𝗖𝗨𝗏 is the turnstile operator and is the friendly face who greets fans on a match day. He tells me what he does on a typical game day.
So I do everything. What I tend to do when I first come here, I'll have a look around, see if there's any mess. Because we've got visitors coming to the stadium wanting to look good, so I'll help out with that. And then I first started doing the turnstile. So pushing the button, which is really nice. And you're the first face that people see when somebody comes into the stadium, so it's greeting people with a smile, enjoy the match. There's lots of families coming in as well. It's really lovely to see families and children coming in. And then for the first time 2 weeks ago, they scraped to the bottom of the barrel and got me to be on the PA, which I thoroughly enjoyed as well, which is really good.
Chris's daughter 𝗂𝗍𝗲𝗓𝗏 plays for the club, having come through the development team, so is it rewarding for him?
Well, it's very rewarding. I think it's not about, for me, giving something back. It's just about we're all one club. So it's all about everybody helps that club happen. You've got the girls on the pitch, you've got all the coaching staff, you've got the supporters, then you've got the volunteers, you've got all the staff here at the stadium, and it's everybody coming together. So for me, it's probably not giving something back. It's something that I do enjoy it as well. Yes, my daughter plays for the team, and I said very early on when we first came to the stadium, if they need any volunteers, I will happily do anything, really, because it's all about being proud of Chester and being proud of the club and being part of this amazing club.
At 10-2, the players head back inside for any final words from Blues boss Fitzsimons. Then, 5 minutes later, the two teams head out ready to do battle. The referee blows his whistle at approximately 2 o'clock to get the Cheshire Derby underway. 𝗓𝗀𝗀𝗧𝗏 stunned the majority of the Diva crowd to take the lead after only 3 minutes. The Seals pushed for a response by pressurising the 𝗓𝗀𝗀𝗏𝗀 backline, but just could not find a way of getting through. Going into half-time, it remained 1-0 to 𝗓𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗏, with work to do for Martin Fitzsimons' team. Midway through the second half, top scorer Mollywood coolly slotted home for Chester to make it game on. The Blues pushed for another goal to turn the tie on its head, but unfortunately, 𝗓𝗀𝗀𝗏𝗀 found a winner in the latter stages to book a place in the Cheshire Senior Cup semi-final. So heartbreak on the day. However, manager Martin tells me why it is important for the coaches and also players to mix with parents and supporters after a match, win, lose or draw.
It's nice to be approachable to people. I think the level that we're at lends itself quite nicely. If we were playing higher up, then it becomes a different entity with fans taking stuff a little bit more seriously and a little bit more, you might be challenged a little bit more on the things that you do and the decisions you make. But I think for us at the minute and where we're building, it's really, really important that you're approachable and people can see you and come and speak to you, and that's one thing that I've always tried to do. So yeah, I'll always make sure I stay around after the game, whether it's talking to the fans over the wall here or back in the bar, and just making sure that I give them my time.
Hopefully this documentary has provided a unique insight as to what a typical match day is like for Chester FC women. The team are on a title charge, so why not get down to the Diva Stadium to cheer them on and to see firsthand what a Chester FC women's matchday experience is well and truly like.